Welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. So today I am back with a 2-page layout using the brand new Acorn Lane collection from Simple Stories. I am documenting these beautiful fall photos. We went wine tasting for my mom's birthday last year. And so I wanted to kind of get quite a few photos on 2 pages. So we are going to be getting 6 photos on this page. I am just going to line up these 2 right in the middle of the page, or these 4, I guess, and then kind of work from there. I thought this was a great way to get, multiple photos, but then I guess quite a few, portrait photos, and then the 2 landscape photos on the 2 pages. I think this collection is beautiful. I was surprised when I got the collection kit that there is only one piece of every pattern paper in the kit. So you get lots of different patterns, but there are no duplicates. So what I decided to do is rip a few of the papers and place them on the bottom and the top to kind of frame in those landscape photos. So I am going to use, like I said, a couple different ones. I wanted to kind of make sure I had kind of a lighter pattern and then a darker pattern as well. And I thought initially I was going to use one of the foam stickers for my title, a specific one, and I did not end up using that. The colors, obviously it's all in the same collection, but I didn't love the colors with the pattern papers I selected. So you can see that I just have them overhanging the edge of the page. That way I did not have to measure properly and or I guess mismeasure. I just was able to trim it off the edges. I did want a separating piece between my photos and those papers, and so I used that beautiful kind of mustard yellow paper just as a small strip to separate those. I am going to back the 2 landscape photos and I believe back them again. I will apologize. I created this layout quite a few days before I'm doing this voiceover, so it's not fresh in my mind. Initially, when I set out to do this layout, I thought I was going to bring those ripped pattern pieces all the way across the page, but then decided, I have these wide enough scraps here that maybe I will just use those instead and then bring that yellow paper in kind of in a larger piece on the second page. I was just going to kind of have it uniform across the page, but once I saw those scraps laying there, I decided just to change it up, I guess. This is the pattern paper I thought I was going to use. That is the pattern of that big fall foam sticker right in the center of that sticker sheet there. I just did not love it. I didn't think it matched well enough with the pattern papers I had already chose. And so instead I decided to just keep with this yellow mustard paper, and really I really like the way that turns out. So I'm just going to line that up there. I did use just a small strip to separate my photos and the pattern paper again. For some reason, I don't think my cut was completely straight, and so I did have to readjust the patterned rip papers there a little bit, but it all worked out in the end. So now I kind of have the base of the layout done, and now the fun part starts with the embellishing. I do have that frame to the bottom right there. That is actually a Felicity Jane frame, but it matched so well with this collection. So I ended up just using that kind of as just, actually it's going to be my journaling. That's right. I end up using it for journaling. And this paper here is actually from that same Felicity Jane collection. I just didn't have any solid colored paper that would go with this collection, not right offhand, and that happened to be right there by my desk. And so I ended up using the solid colored paper from that Felicity Jane collection to double back my photos. And then I kind of had to figure out my title. I thought initially my plan was fall wine tasting or fall wine tour. So that's why I have that extra alpha there. I decided to change it though, again, because I didn't like the pattern of the fall, and instead used the happy fall, and it just kind of brought in all of the colors of the collection. And I really like how it kind of frames my photo as well. We lucked out and had a beautiful day for this wine tasting. It was my mom's birthday is the end of October, so it's always hit or miss here if you are, quite honestly, going to have a beautiful day or have snow at that point. There have been multiple years we have snow on Halloween or it's snowing on Halloween. So we definitely lucked out this day for wine tasting. It was just beautiful. So I did back that frame just with a white colored paper because I am going to use that for journaling. It would have been a great shaker pocket had I had sequins that were kind of this color as well. Or just if you put a pattern paper in there, it would have been great to just use kind of as an embellishment, like a base for a cluster, which it actually is kind of going to be a base for my cluster. Just not maybe how I normally would use it. So you can see I have these layered stickers from the collection, and that one worked perfectly to the right of that photo. It was already layered for me and already a large cluster. So I added that to the right of that photo and then kind of playing around with what I have. So I have, let's see, I have the layered photos. I bought these simple pages. I just love the ideas they give and the size of those embellishments. It's also cheaper. Obviously you get less embellishments, but sometimes that's all I feel like I really need. There's great titles in there. Lots of great options with those simple pages embellishment packs. So I'm kind of just using the florals and rounding up around that picture on the first page as well. I am going to add that tree branch with that bird. I felt like that just filled in that upper right hand space of page 2 perfectly. And so I will add that. I'm just kind of playing around with different options here. I have the 12 by 12 sticker sheet because I got the collection kit. I have the chipboard as well. So just kind of looking at kind of how to finish off these clusters. They came together really quickly because I think both of them were just already pre-made, and so it just really helped this layout come together quickly. So I did add a couple of phrase stickers to the left, and again, I am going to, I think, commit to that bird. I didn't have him taped down yet, but I am going to commit to that at the top. Oh, and then I decide, I could add a cluster to the actual photo as well. So I am going to actually add a small cluster to one of the photos after I get done using these brads. And I say it often when I use Simple Stories, but if you are new to maybe Simple Stories or haven't used them in a while, their brads no longer have the part that has to poke through the back. They're actually stickers. So there's a lot less bulk with them, which I absolutely love. So the cluster that I'm using, I'm going to start with a cute little fox. I don't usually use the animals. I'm trying to push myself in that direction and try to use them up. I know in a couple of the upcoming videos, I use some of the animals there as well. So just a small cluster on the photo there, and then just scattered some of the brads around the different clusters there too. So just trying to fix that. Apparently it was not cut very straight. Again, just trying to use up some things. So I do end up adding this little, I think it's a butterfly to the title there. I just had that extra space in the photo as well to be able to kind of play around with kind of embellishing over top of the photo there, if that makes sense. So that is going to finish off this layout. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will definitely link this collection down below for you because it is just beautiful. I quite honestly feel like it is the perfect fall collection. So definitely get your hands on that. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Bye, guys.